So many years ago, I attended my first Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or then Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, martial arts class. But before that, I had the same thoughts growing up as everyone else. I grew up watching the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, Sylvester Stallone. These guys were like gods. Watched all the movies where everyone had superpowers and stuff like that. And so the first class I ever went to was with a guy called Gracie. So I showed up for this class. Quite a lot of people there. A lot of people puffing their chest out. A lot of people wearing a black belt from like karate or aikido or something. I just turned up, right? I just turned up in the old judo suit, wearing a yellow belt, and so we're there, we're all sitting there anticipating. Everyone's puffing their chest out, like I say, and you're expecting this god, this superhero to walk through the door, okay? Because obviously he'd won in the UFC so many times, one of the Gracie challenges which we'd watched, and he'd done so much, and all of a sudden this guy walks in. This normal person walks through the door, and as soon as I saw him walk up and he said hello, when he said, come up and say hi, my life changed, because then I knew that he was just a normal person. He wasn't have no special powers. He was a person that learned something that worked, and he believed in himself. And from that day, I've been like, what? If he can do it, then why can't I? And so I went on learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, went on to win at the European Championships like 3 times, and Gracie Europeans a couple of times. So did really well, believing exactly what that lesson of when you're in there and you're expecting a god or a giant to walk through the door when it's just a man, and then you turn around to yourself and say, hey, he's just like me, so if he can do it, why can't I? And if I can do it, then why can't you? And that really was the most valuable lesson I learned in my first ever Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu class.